This review is of DC's Black Adam, starring Dwayne Johnson. It's also got Pierce Brosnan, and the other people are not so famous, but that's okay. Now, this is the story from ancient times of the creation of a Shazam in a kingdom that once was and is now lost, called something like Shadak or something like that. I forget the name. It's not a very memorable movie. This has always been my complaint with DC from early on, when I got old enough to realize that the superheroes in DC tended to be stupid. And, Superman meets Shazam and they fight. Superman meets some other superhero and there's this immediate misunderstanding and they fight. And it just over and over and over again, the kind of stupidity that only Batman really seemed to escape. And even him, well, he would allow again and again the same old villains to destroy Gotham and the world, because none of them could bring themselves to do what Black Adam does with impunity, and what that is to kill the enemy. It's Black Adam is a dark superhero, so maybe you can call him an anti-hero. And he's not even the person who's supposed to have the power that he has. The wizards cast him down into a prison. He was released because somebody had found his prison and misunderstood it and asked him for help to save him from the villains. And then, of course, in typical DC fashion, the Justice League of America came to squash him and imprison him because they deemed him too great a threat to exist. And really, it was kind of dumb, because the leader is he's young, impetuous, full of the desire to fight, and not particularly wise, and definitely not smart enough for the role he plays as the leader of the team. Dr. Fate, on the other hand, is wise enough, and seeing that he can see the future and is extremely powerful, he can actually be a great leader, but as his powers make him so very dangerous, even when hobbled by the limitations imposed on what he can tell other people about the future, he still is relegated to a side role. And it's just, I'd much rather watch a Marvel movie, because at least they understand how to make good stories and not just repeat the same old tripe again and again and again. Yes, there's a handsome young man and a pretty young lady who obviously are attracted to each other. Yes, there's Dwayne Johnson and the once glorious Pierce Brosnan resurrected for this movie. And yes, there's tons and tons of action and death and violence and no sex, because, it's okay to show your children tons of violence, but it's not okay to show your children something that's far more natural, but also very seductive and addictive. So I guess I'm not really surprised that this movie is as pathetic as the movies of the past of DC, of the comics of DC. And so I will give the whole thing, kit and caboodle, story and film, a 5, even though, the acting was good. It's not the acting, it's really the story. So Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.